country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again, you a punk, you a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog.
We don't give a what.
100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog.
We think that you suck.
My patriots the craziest, they ain't afraid of breaking fists on faces. If you really wanna taste of this, don't say
being detained. Those are yes or no questions. For how long? I'm gonna go home now. I'm going home now. Am I free to go? Am I being detained?
He won't answer him. This is insane.
So what am I being detained for? I'm on the side of the highway about 300 yards from Georgia. This guy right here was in the left lane going about 40 miles an hour, and I'm trying to go around him. He pulls his badge out, points me to get over in this lane. He's been 5 miles in the left lane and will not get over. And he jumps out, says, "I'm a police officer. Give me your license." He shows me a badge that says he's a probation officer. And I called 911, and now they're sending a North Carolina state trooper out to the scene. So he's going to start filming us now because he's got all hurt. Sir, you can film me all day long. If you're a police officer, you should have a body camera because you're not a police officer. It says right there you're a probation officer. I'm not on probation. I've never been in trouble for anything.
In the state of Alabama,
Tell my camera again how you're a police officer.
will you answer my question? Now, let me ask you a question. In the state of Alabama, what are your probation officers considered to be?
I have no idea. We're not in Alabama.
Okay. Do you live in Alabama? Because your tag says you.
I guess when a police officer gets here, we'll determine a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
How often do you pull someone over?
How often? I pull people over.
How often do you drive in the left lane for 5 miles going 48 miles an hour?
I'm doing 48 miles an hour, sir.
So how fast were you going?
I was doing 55.
And what happened?
You come flying up on
No, when I passed you, I was going 48 miles an hour. But if your car here that's not a police car had the radar in it, you would know how fast I was going.
Yes, sir. And I'm able to do speed estimations.
I'm sure you will be. I guess when your real police officer gets here, I'm sure I'm going to get some tickets.
All right. You just stay tight. Just hang tight, okay?
What's your name? Would you like to identify yourself?
Have you going to give me your driver's license?
You're not a police officer.
Okay, then you just said tight.
So you're refusing to identify. You're refusing to identify yourself.
Just sit tight. Sir.
You're refusing to identify yourself, even though you pulled me over.
Sit tight.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained, sir? Because I've got to go home. Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Am I being detained? Am I being detained because I need to be on my way? Is this a lawful stop? Am I being detained?
Sit tight.
Are you detaining me? Are you detaining me? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
He's not saying yes. He's not saying yes. As dumb as this guy is, he actually does know that he has to answer this question.
No, you're not trying to. Am I being detained? Because you know the law on that. Am I being detained?
I can't believe this.
Hey, I'm going to leave now because you won't tell me if I'm being detained or not.
I have no problem with that.
Am I being detained? Say it. Sir, am I being detained? Will you say those words?
Oh.
You can either, am I free to leave? Am I free to leave? So I am being detained.
Okay, he finally said it.
Why don't you answer that? You're not talking to anybody now. How long can you keep me on the side of the road as a prisoner? Am I free to leave right now? Am I being detained? Why don't you say that? Am I being detained? What am I being detained for?
Well, if you paid attention to me and listened to me a few minutes ago, I was trying to explain all this to you, sir, but you did not wish to listen to me. You wanted to talk over me.
Oh, he's detaining him because he talked over him.
Am I being detained? Am I free to leave? Am I being detained? Why won't you say those words? You know, you're well versed in the law. You are a law officer. You told me that. Am I being detained? It's a yes or no question. So am I being detained? Why can't you say that? You're mincing words.
Sir, do me a favor and have a seat.
I will. Am I being detained? I'll get back in my car. Am I being detained? What's so hard to answer?
You're giving her a headache.
That's
You
fine.
just be quiet.
That's fine. You're just. Why can't you answer my? You know you're in the wrong.
Your question, sir.
He
You know
totally
you're in
knows
the
it.
wrong. That's why you're sitting there with that fake smirk.
Just sit tight.
I want to go home.
I cannot believe this.
How long is a Terry stop last?
I'm not going to take and allow you to take and endanger other people's lives on the road.
Am I free to go? Am I being detained? Those are yes or no questions. For
Take and endanger other people's lives on the road.
am I free to go? Am I being detained? Those are yes or no questions. For how long?
We'll deal with it.
I'm gonna go home now. I'm going home now. Am I free to go? Am I being detained?
He won't answer him. This is insane.
So what am I being detained for? Am I being detained?
Aggressive driving is what you've done, sir.
Am I being detained? Are you making a citizen's arrest?
Ha! Oh,
Sir, you know you pulled me over 15 minutes now. How long is the Terry stop? Can you call your supervisor? I don't see you making a move to call your supervisor. So you can't call on the radio your supervisor?
I wish we could hear the
Sir, I
officer.
may leave here with a couple of tickets, but you're going to leave with a bunch.
You sit tight here, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Here he is. Good.
All right. Get some action.
So here's the state trooper.
Calm down and fish
I
some
am going to calm
license
down.
out.
I've
Have some
got my license
insurance.
out.
Oh, man. Am I being detained? That one doesn't count. Don't put that on the counter. That sounded like him, but that wasn't him. He's getting a little money out just to make sure the state trooper is,
So it don't matter. He's back there telling his version. So
Hey, sir.
yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. Hey, look, I don't really fully understand what we're
Me
Ha!
what we're doing right here. Okay, so he just felt like you were aggressively coming up on him. He's a probation officer. Okay, so I'm not gonna write you for anything. I'm not doing anything like that. Okay, you got your insurance here.
I'm
sure
wound
your
up,
license
and
are good.
you're
I understand.
unwinding me. I appreciate
understand.
that.
Okay, so where you headed to? You headed back home?
Home to Alabama.
Okay.
Allow you to take and
Back home?
Home to Alabama.
Okay. All right. So look, one of those things. Okay. You may have come up on him when it was quick. He may have, it's one of them things. Okay. So as long as, like I said,
I'm good. I'm good now. I'm calming way down.
I don't have anything to write you for. I don't have anything like that. I'm not going to do anything. Even if I'm not. It's not my fault. He just felt, he just felt like you come up on him a little hard. You might have been a little aggressive. So if that is the case, let's just back it down a little bit. You're nearly to Georgia anyway.
That's
So,
why I say I can see it.
what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate it.
So, all right. So,
All right.
what do you do for a living?
Oh, we own a restaurant.
Restaurant. I got you. Okay. All right, sir. Well, I'm gonna let you carry on the way. Okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
I apologize to him if he'll walk up here.
No, I'm sorry you had to come out here and deal with
Take care of
this
it.
stupidity.
I mean, he's wound up. I was wound up.
Yeah.
When he pulled up, he got up in my thing, and I'm like, I don't know if this guy's a police officer.
Okay.
All right.
Understandable.
All right. Thank you.
Be careful now.
Oh, look at him, hands on his hips. He's mad that he couldn't get nothing.
So you look.
Oh, my goodness.
They probably chewing his eyes out.
What an unbelievable beatdown for the probation officer by the state trooper. I mean, that dude had made up his mind long before he got to the car that he wasn't going to do a single thing. I mean, that guy is so far out over his skis. He doesn't have the authority to go pulling people over for moving violations. I wish more cops were like the state trooper, but the problem is there's too many of them that are like this probation officer, where it's about respect, it's about domination, it's about asserting your control over the population.
Where you headed to?